Happy New Year, motherfuckers. 4G Audio Podcast. Hey, yo, gang, baby. You already know what it is. I'm Styles the Prophet.
I'm B Show.
And I'm Jonesy.
Yeah. Together with the Basement Weirdos. And this is the fucking 4G Audio Podcast, episode 160. New Year's fucking episode. Holy shit, we've done 160 episodes.
Yeah.
And just so happens that it's a good round number on New Year's. I almost forgot what it was again. So, hope everybody's having fun. And if not, I hope your
Staying safe at least.
future is fun.
Oh.
But
Is that
I
you?
also want to say, no, that was you. Or
Okay.
somebody. I also want to say, I saw this thing. I'm going to look it up just because I want to make sure I get it right. Okay. So just a fucking little warning to everybody. The average DUI is $10,000. The average funeral, $7,500. The average Uber ride is $12. Don't be an idiot tonight. Not to contradict what I just said, but I'm going to tell you right now that the Uber average is probably not $12, first of all.
Not tonight, especially.
And I was going to say
not
tonight.
tonight
For sure, no. Not to deter you from taking an Uber, though. Or a cab. Where I'm from, it's just $9 anywhere in town.
Can't beat that.
Yeah. But anyways.
Flat rate? Is that real?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, but if you go, like, once you go out of town and stuff, they start adding shit
Right,
on, or if
okay,
you
okay.
stop, it's $1 and stuff. Sometimes, like, I've done the thing, like, okay, so if you do a stop, it's $1. But I've, like, okay, take me to the store and bring me back. And they're like, that's $14. Because before it was $7. So it's $14. I'm like, you just charged me for 2 fucking trips? And I'm like, that's a stop. They're like, no, I had to go back the other way. I'm like, oh, fuck off, man. Or, like, would charge me and then charge like the other person that they dropped off. So like I'd be with somebody and they drop me off and like I pay and then they charge the other person because they got a ride from my house.
What?
You know what I mean? I'm
Right.
like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. Gotta
But-
make money somehow, I guess.
Point is so yeah, don't drink and drive. You might spill your drink. And I also want to say too, I want to thank our beer sponsor, Brandon from Yolkowski Roofing. Cheers, everybody.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers. I don't
Thanks,
have
Brandon.
You don't have the sock?
Sock. I took it upstairs, yo. So like the other day, like I made a bottle for Odin, and
Put that on it.
yeah, like so.
Yeah.
Okay.
The bottles are only good for like an hour, right? So sometimes when he's sleeping at nighttime, like he'll get up and like stir, and I'm like, oh, he needs a bottle, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like so, I'll run downstairs and make a bottle, and then by the time I get back upstairs again, he's just like passed the fuck out.
Yeah,
And
right.
this bottle's only good for like an hour, but if I let it sit there on my side table for like 20 minutes, it gets cold, and he's like refuses to.
Doesn't want
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's gotta be warm.
Yeah.
So you insulated it with the
Yeah,
sock.
I'm like, oh, maybe if I put this sock on, it'll stay
Lasts
warm
longer.
longer.
That's why they put 2 styrofoam cups together. Well, the opposite, I guess, is to keep the ice cubes
The
in the
ice
drink
cubes,
and like
yeah.
keep it cold and stuff. Yeah. Something
Word,
else
word.
too, I just want to cover real quick before we go on any further. As for announcements and stuff like that, I would like to say, rest in peace, John Madden
Oh, yeah.
and
Fucking Betty White.
John
Betty
Madden.
White.
Yes, Betty White.
Betty White, from what I understand, B-Show was just telling me that she was 17 days away from being 100.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Like, yeah,
That's
June or January,
June.
January 17th or something.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
That's crazy, though. Good for her, though. And it's funny because, like,
Did she just pass today, or was it like yesterday or something?
Today.
yeah, it was either this morning or last night or whatever. But the thing is like every time I would see her somewhere, like not somewhere, like in a show or like whatever, I'd be like, when is this? When was this?
Yeah, right.
When was this show? And then I'd look and be like, oh, like 2021 or like whatever year it is or whatever. I'm like, oh, this is like pretty recent. She's still alive? Holy shit, you know, like holy fuck.
Yeah,
And then you'd
man.
see the memes too, like it's like, oh, this guy died and this guy died and this guy died, but Betty White's still alive, you know, or whatever.
Still
But
rocking.
holy shit. So whenever I saw it, it was like, I don't know how to say it, but it was kind of like it was just like a shock at first, then it was like, wow, like just do for
It's
it.
bound
But
to come.
I saw a hilarious meme using her name. It's like, the first thing you think when you see a school shooting, and then it's got Betty White's face, just like with a big smile. It took me a second to get it. I'm like, oh, now I understand.
I don't.
I don't yet.
No.
What's her name?
Betty
Betty?
White.
Now think about it.
Betty White. No.
First thing you
Just
think
with-
of when you see or you hear about a school shooting.
Everybody all right?
Betty White.
Betty White. Oh. Wow, as if that took me that long.
It took me a second too, and I was like staring at it. I'm like,
Betty White.
at first I didn't remember her name. Like I know, and then I'm like, oh, that's Betty White. And then a second, I'm like, oh, Betty White.
That's pretty
Now I
good.
get it.
That's racist, man.
It's racist.
We're gonna get canceled for being racist.
Whatever. I'm white. I can say shit like
Yeah. Actually, okay. You know what though? Okay, so I want to say that this isn't my joke, just so that everybody understands that I'm stealing it from someone else. But he goes, when you're a comedian, you know, like if you're handicapped, like you can joke about handicapped people and stuff. Like you're in a wheelchair, you can joke about handicapped people. He's like, you know, if you're black, you know, you can joke about black people and stuff. And if you're gay, you can joke about gay people. So I got this joke. 2 pedophiles walk into the park. Shit. Actually, you know what's funny is that actually fucking worked out really good. Just because it just happened to be that situation where I could use it.
It's
But
situational.
it totally matched up. But yeah, no, that's crazy though. Rest in peace to those guys.
For sure.
John Madden, that's crazy.
Yeah, the voice
and-
of football.
And he had a video game and stuff. He was like
Yeah.
Tony Hawk of football. No,
Basically.
but actually, now,
Basically.
wait. Now that I say that, I watched the X Games, the finals earlier this year, and Tony Hawk was the announcer.
Yeah.
So fuck. But anyways, short story long is he yelled a lot.
Yelled a lot.
He seemed a pretty angry guy. Not angry, passionate.
John Madden? Yeah, he had a way to say things too, you know?
So I feel like he was right in the middle of a big speech.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because football's canceled.
Is it?
I don't know. Or not canceled. I shouldn't
No.
say that, but I think like everything's on a break right now,
Pretty much, yeah.
sports wise.
Yeah, I know the...
How long do you think we're gonna keep doing this shit for?
Well,
I'm
now...
scared it's gonna be forever now. It's
Is that
like
like the definition of craziness to just keep
Yeah.
doing the same thing over and just expecting different
Yeah,
results.
yeah,
Right.
that is...
I think it's even insanity
Facts.
is the word.
Yeah.
But yeah, for
No,
real
just
though.
like stop now, like just like
Well,
Yeah.
and someone said to me last night, they said, "Man, here's the thing, okay." And here we are getting into it, but I'm getting into it, I guess. But
let it loose. It's the end of the year.
there's all these people. Yeah.
Yeah, get it out.
Tomorrow I can be like, that
Start
was
the year
last
fresh,
year.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're talking about how like a lot of people that have COVID have been vaccinated, and this is nothing about the vaccine or like whatever. It's not like but what he was trying to say was he was saying that a lot of these people are asymptomatic, and that the like maybe the vaccine is actually doing its job or whatever, right?
Okay, even
But-
that thing like
but-
asymptomatic, like
But what he's saying
you
is
imagine, like,
that they
5 years
shouldn't
ago calling into work and be like, "Sorry, I can't come in. I'm sick.
be asymptomatic.
I'm asymptomatic,
But-
but I'm not
but-
showing any symptoms
but
of
what-
anything."
But what he was saying was
But I'm
like, he's like,
definitely
man, the fucking, that shouldn't be like a COVID case. You know what I mean? So like a lot of the numbers are probably those things, because it's like, you aren't sick, you have the fucking vaccine, whatever, like nothing has happened. So like, it's not really COVID. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like they
yeah.
shouldn't count that, because then it's like,
But they wouldn't count that. They're only counting like
they are. Man, this guy too said that like
if they've been
his
tested.
his
and it's been
brother-
reported, then
his
yeah.
brother and his brother's wife work in this like lab or whatever, and or fucking something. I might have it wrong, but they work somewhere, and it's like part of a hospital somewhere, right? But she's like really really high up in this place, so like she knows what's up. And so he was saying some shit about whatever at dinner, and the brother was like, "Yeah, I agree with you," and then the sister-in-law was like, "So here's the thing is, and like I said, I forget what his topic was, but what she said was someone comes in with a fucking some other issue, and they have to test them for COVID because they're in the hospital and stuff.
Right.
So they test them and like, oh, you have COVID. Oh, like
Send you
they're here for COVID.
Yeah.
They came here for COVID or whatever,
Regardless of what
right?
They were actually there. For.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's gonna go down as a COVID case for sure. Because if they got tested and it was positive, then it will be counted.
Yeah.
But the question is like they're being tested with these rapid PCR tests.
I saw them test water the other day. The water was running and he's like,
oh yeah,
positive.
no,
It's because, man, I'm telling you, the false positives on these PCR tests is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, so I can't remember what I'm gonna have to look it up.
nuts.
But it's something about the amount of cycles. There's like this something cycle, whatever. And the higher the cycle rate, I think that's what PCR it is. Like there's something cycle rate. And the higher the cycle rate, the more likely you are to get a positive reading for whatever it is that you're testing for.
Okay.
Right.
But it'll actually give, like, there's people that have tested like a lime or like just random objects, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the chances of like some sort of like coronavirus being on objects is quite common, but it's not necessarily COVID. But it'll say positive.
Right.
So a lot of these people could just have the common cold, which is a form of coronavirus. It's not necessarily COVID-19, but it's a form of coronavirus.
Yeah.
But you'll still get a positive test
reading.
on these PCR tests, and they'll list that as a COVID case.
Right.
So whether or not it is or not. So all these numbers that we're seeing, like 10,000 new cases in Ontario in the last fucking day or some shit. It's like,
SARS was coronavirus too. Sorry.
how many of those are actually COVID-19?
Yeah.
Probably a lot less than what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right? So, and especially that's like 10,000 a day in a province of 14.5 million people, most of whom are getting back on with their normal lives now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Christmas time, yada, yada, yada. Like,
and
except for the second-class citizens.
Man. Yeah.
I'm done with it anyways. I'm like,
oh man,
I played the game, like, whatever, like,
yeah,
you go along with it. I'm tired. I'm done. Like, can we just get back to normal, like, existence?
Yeah.
Can we
Good, Ben.
Clearly the vaccines, you're gonna have to get a booster every fucking 6 months or less or whatever, you know, like,
to keep your your card.
To keep being allowed to do anything.
Because right now it's only 2 doses, right? Or is it?
Well,
they're trying to change it to 3.
They say that, like, if you have 2 doses, you're fully vaccinated. But then there's a third shot, which is a booster. Right? So
if you get the booster, you're
go on forever.
First class A.
Yeah. You're
if
an
you have,
extra good citizen.
Yeah,
so
but if you have
pat on the back.
2,
like,
you're
ride
first
at the
class
back of
B,
the bus.
and we're all just second class B.
Anyways.
Yeah. Fuck.
Y'all can have your opinions about whatever, but
I don't want it.
I will gladly say that this whole COVID shit has just been a big joke.
Quebec has to shut down at 10 p.m. tonight. Did you get? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Back down to like
curfew.
curfews and shit.
Yeah, it's 3 weeks of
Tonight.
curfew.
Like, and you think you still live in a free, open, democratic society? Like, come on.
Yeah, man.
That's laughable, isn't it?
It's scary.
Yay, democracy.
It is scary.
Yeah.
It is scary, man.
Man, I just saw a
should
thing
be
the other
fucking,
day.
like, wiling out. And I remember, I'm just going to rant here, but like at the beginning of this whole fucking thing, like I was at lunch with my family, and we were sat at a table, and there was someone at another table, like a few feet away, and then they left, and then another group came in, but they were cleaning that table. So then they're like, we have to move you to another table.
Oh my
So,
god.
you know what I mean?
Makes no sense at all.
Exactly. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, now we're closer to people than we were before. Like, what? So none of it makes sense. And I'm like doing kind of then what I'm doing now, just ranting about how ridiculous this whole fucking thing is.
Yeah.
And started comparing it to like, show me your papers. And then this was before like whole vaccine and this shit was even a thing. Now it's a thing. And I was like, back then, like, fucking, this is like Nazi Germany. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like, why, what, how? And my family was like, no, like, they're not like gassing people or not killing people, or don't be ridiculous.
Get a tattoo.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's the same mentality that we're doing right now. This whole like give up everything and go along to get along that
Yeah.
allowed Nazi Germany to happen.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, yeah.
We're repeating. So yes, we're not gassing people and we're not killing a specific group of people, right? But what we're doing, this whole show me your papers and conditioning people to follow the rules without questioning whatsoever,
Yeah.
is what led to that being able to happen, right? So, right, it might not be happening right now, but if we keep down this fucking bullshit road,
Oh yeah, they'll see what they can get away with, right? They'll
But-
take more, and then they'll probably
they say history
like,
repeats
start
itself.
killing
man,
and
I
shit.
think.
Yeah, like
That's right.
you never know.
Anyways,
But
that's
no,
my
I saw
rant.
an ad the other day for like smoking and driving and shit, and it said that. So it shows like whatever. It shows this guy smelling like a jar of weed and stuff, and like I didn't really pay attention. I just kept seeing it out of the corner of my eye. But then I noticed it played a few times. Then I noticed there was a part at the end where so he gets put in the cop car and all this stuff, right? But there's a part at the end where he looks at his phone and it shows his driver's license like as a picture on the phone, and then it comes up like canceled.
Yeah,
In like
yeah.
red letters. I'm like, oh my god, they're doing it. Like, it's gonna be everything's like whatever, and like
Right.
you have this whole like passport for
so
everything, like
Yeah.
that's going to be implemented. Like, so they're
Sure.
already doing that. So your driver's license and your health card and everything is all going to be digital.
and then you can't get
It'll all
your
be in
license
just this
until
big
you get your
database.
fucking Kool-Aid.
Exactly, right? So it's like the license sticker. I fucking
Yeah.
hate the license
Oh,
sticker.
dude.
Yeah.
You gotta, if you got any tickets on your parking tickets or whatever and shit, you're like, oh, I gotta renew my license.
Gotta
Can't
pay
do it.
those.
Oh yeah, I went to
fucking-
get a license plate for my fucking 4-wheeler, and the lady was like, one sec. Like takes a piece of paper and writes down something.
Yeah.
She slides it over the counter and she's like, you owe that much in parking ticket. And I was like, what? I'm like, it's a pretty big number.
Yeah.
I was like, holy fuck.
That's
That was your
crazy.
phone number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? She's like, yeah, you gotta pay that until. She's like, I can switch it over into your name, but she's like, I can't give you a plate and shit. I'm like, what?
And that's it. That's how
Yeah.
they get you by the balls, right?
So I spent a year paying that off.
That's fucked. Shouldn't park illegally so much.
Wow. Yeah.
There's
But
a whole story
There's-
behind
yeah,
that.
there's a whole story behind it, but I want to air that out right now. Actually, though, speaking of stories, though, okay, so earlier, my buddy, asked me if I wanted to use his car for the weekend. He's like, yeah, I just got it safety and all this stuff. I just got it on the road. And I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, like I'm down. And I thought of it after. I'm like, why would that be the first thing he thinks of? Like, hey, like, it's all safety and good to go. Like, you want to drive it?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what the fuck? And it's just his car to go to work back and forth, right? It's just a little beater. So I understand that he doesn't need it, right? But like, why would you just be like, here you go? Don't get me wrong, super nice. I love that he offered it to me. But then I was thinking, and then he texts me back and he's like, yeah, he's like, the only thing is you have to come to my work and pick it up in Almont. And I was like, oh, okay, which isn't a big deal either. Like, fucking, again, thanks, right?
Yeah.
But I was just like, oh, okay, now I see it's so that he can get the car home because he drives his truck to work and the car's there. He can't
Oh, I
take them
see.
both home.
Right.
Mm.
I'm like, okay, I see what's up, right? Anyways, I'm getting way off topic. So, I got my dad to drive me down, fucking get the car. So he takes off. And fucking, I had the car started and everything, and it was like warming up and shit. And I leave or whatever, right? So then I leave and I go out and I drive and I notice. Oh, I'm gonna tell you about the light too. So I noticed
Yeah.
this light. It says DRL, so yellow light, and I'm like,
Like on the dash or whatever.
yeah. I'm like, oh, weird. I've never seen that before, and I don't want it to be there. So I Google it real quick.
Usually the lights mean things are not.
Yeah, like something's up. Yeah. So then I'm like, okay. I Google it, and it says I was having trouble finding, like, it wasn't like very good service. So I just clicked on the first link and just like tried to read some of it, and it's like basically like when this light's on, it means like something's wrong. And I'm like, oh
Yeah.
fuck, and like, but he was like, oh, I'm going for a nap whenever I get home. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to text him about this light. Like, it's probably all right. He just safety did himself, and it's all good to go. So I'm like, okay, yeah. Anyways, the light's the funny part of the story. So anyways, so then now I'm driving, so I end up getting out onto the like actual highway, and so I'm coming up to Arnprior, and I had the cruise control on, and all of a sudden like the speed just started dropping. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look, and like the RPMs go down, and like, what's going on? And it's going down, 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 down. I'm like, okay, wait. So I'm like, oh, the cruise control's off. So I set the cruise control again, and it's like, but it's like not really revving, and it's not really keeping the speed. So I'm like, what's going on? So I start hitting the pedal, and I'm like, what? And it's like, I think it's barely revving, and like I have it to the floor, but it's like, I'm like, okay. I gotta like get off the road.
Something's not right.
So I pull over, and I'm like, hey, maybe something. Like I'll just shut it off and start it again, and it'll work, you know?
Turn it off and on again.
Yeah. So I do it, it doesn't work. I'm like, okay. So I even like kind of revved it a bit. I'm like, yeah, it's not really like something's up. So I get out and I pop the hood, and I'm like, kind of like, I don't know, like there's nothing out of place. You know what I mean? Like that. I just don't know. Like I know about cars, but I don't know like what. I don't really know what that was. So then like I don't know what to
What did the light
check,
say again?
right? DRL.
DRL.
And you know what it is? Did you just look it up?
No, I didn't.
No, I thought you were looking it up. I saw you
No.
type it, then you said that. Are people saying it in the chat? Because in the
No.
end, it's funny. But this is the, I don't know what you would call it, the happy part of the story or whatever. But so, anyways, I'm trying to think of that story. What do they say? Like wholesome or whatever,
Wholesome.
right? So I'm sitting there, and like I said, I pop the hood, I look around, and I was gonna like fucking, or no, so I go in the car and I turn it back on, and it's fucking the heat, like it's really hot. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm like, it overheated, and that's why it shut off. I'm like, oh my god, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I go, and that's when I popped the hood. I popped the hood, and I'm like, okay, and I was gonna go open the fucking rod, but if it's hot, it sprays everywhere, right? So
Yeah, don't do that.
I don't do that, yeah. And so I put a little bit of water into like the overflow, and I thought, I'll start it and see if it goes in and like see what happens. So I get in the car, and I usually don't like to leave my hood open on the side of the road because I don't really like
Draws
like, like get out of here, which now I probably will do it. Just because sometimes I just get like people roll up and like, oh, hey, what's up? I'm like, did you just come to hang out? Yeah, it sucks. Like, but you're not me. So like, but anyway, so he rolls up. I'm like, okay,
Nice.
yeah. I'm like, I'll get out and I'll tell him like fucking what happened and like just whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I get out. He's like, yeah, he's fucking. We're talking and shit, and I'm like, it's this and that and whatever. So he's like, oh, like, can I take a look? I'm like, yeah. So he goes and he's like squeezing the hose and stuff, and he's like, well. He's like, your fucking thermostat stuck shut. And I'm like, really? And I'm like, how do you know that? And so like what it was if it's hot, right? There should be pressure in there, so the fucking hose would be like
Firm.
Yeah, I was gonna say taut.
Yeah.
The other way. But anyways, then he said it's not. And what it is the fucking that hose is right after the thermostat, which isn't opening, which isn't letting the water and the pressure to come through. That's why it's like that. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So anyways, now I think, okay, I'm on the side of the road, I'm with some dude, and I have some information. But like, now what? And he turns around, he opens up the back of his truck, and he fucking, all he had in there was a fucking rag and a ratchet set. And he just goes right to work fucking. Oh yeah, sorry, I skipped the part 2 where he goes, that's where the thermostat is. You just gotta fucking take those 2 bolts off and this and that. So I'm also like, I don't have the part. I'm just on the side of the road with information. So he pulls this out and he's like, yeah, whatever. And he just starts taking it off. I'm like, okay. And I'm still not even sure if this is like okay, right? Like I don't know. This is even my car and shit, right? I'm like, and he's like, no, yeah, don't worry. Yeah. So he goes and he takes it out. He's like, see, it's not opening. And I was like, oh yeah, cool. And then there's like a little fucking release valve thing or whatever that if it doesn't open, some water will flow through that other little hole. Well, that was like stuck too. So I'm like, okay, I see what's up. So I'm like, now what? And he's like, oh, just put it back on. I'll put the gasket in and fill it with water. And he's like, fucking, you drive home or whatever. And oh yeah, I forgot the part 2. So we had already spoken a bit. And he said, yeah, I'm just heading to the cottage. I'm like, oh, where's the cottage? And he's like, oh, in Cobden. I'm like, oh yeah. And he said, yeah, the kids are on the ice skating, and I said I wouldn't be back until dinner. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, whatever. And he goes, where are you from? I'm like, oh, Renfrew. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah. So then now I only say that so later on, whenever he's like, hey, yeah, and then he's like, I'll follow you. I'm going right the same way, whatever. He's like, I'll follow you. If anything happens, pull over and whatever. I'm like, okay. So he filled up with water and shit. And like, so I pulled out fucking some money to give him. I'm like, here, man. And he's like, no. I'm like, don't worry about it. I was like, no, man. I'm like, it's your time too. He's like I said, man. He's like, got all the time in the world. He's like, I told him I wouldn't be back till dinner. Like, whatever, man. I'm like, all right. And so anyways, the fucking, it worked. But the thing is, it would run like extra cold because the thermostat's not in there to regulate the temperature.
Right.
I was still getting heat in the car and all that stuff. It wouldn't regulate to that right temperature and shit. But anyway, so then I drove fucking home. He followed me, fucking did the old wave at the lights and shit. Yeah. But good guy. I wish I knew his name because I would shout him out right now.
Oh yeah, you don't.
And shout out that guy for sure though. Yeah, nice. And the thing is I fucking didn't even ask him his name. Even whenever I started to drive away, like I was like, oh wait, like I won't see him in Renfrew. He's just gonna follow me. Like we won't talk again, you know. I was like, shit. And I was like, I don't even know his name because I was thinking too, like, oh, like if I got his name, like, oh, do you know this guy? I'm like, oh yeah, I know him. Man, he fucking helped me, you know, or like whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know his name, so shout out to that guy. Real nice dude.
Stranger.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
Wouldn't take my money, and no, it was awesome.
Gentleman.
Guardian angel.
Fucking right. No, so it worked out real good. There's a little bit of a little drip.
Yeah, where did that story started? So did we find out what the DRL standard for?
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Woo!
Okay. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
So originally my point of the story was that story, but I expanded. Yeah, no, but I expanded. I know, but I'm expanding the DRL thing just because in the end it's funny. I also forgot the fact that before all of this happened, when I saw the DRL light, I was like I said, I looked it up, so I'm kind of concerned that it's like something's wrong with the car. And then that happened, and I was like, no, you ignored the DRL light. Like shit, like fucking idiot, you know,
Right.
like. And so then it was still on, whatever. And so then whenever I pulled in the parking lot, I was sitting there and I turned off the lights. And then the DRL light was there, right? And I was like, wait, so whenever you turn off the lights, the dash shuts off too, right? So I'm like, am I just seeing the DRL light because all the other lights shut off and now I can see it by itself? Or did it turn on because I shut the lights off? And I'm like, weird. I start flicking the lights on and off, and the lights coming on and off. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, well, now that I have good service, I'm in the city. I'm like, I'll Google it. I Google it. I read through this forum. Daytime running lights. And I'm concerned that, like, oh man, like, I don't want to tell him, that I saw this light before that happened. And then, like, oh, you're just ignoring the DRL light, bro? Like, shit.
Yeah.
And then, like, this happens, and I'm like, oh, man. I'm such a fucking idiot.
So why the fuck did... Oh, it was the...
It was because earlier I had the lights off, and then
Right.
tonight I had them on, so I didn't see
so
it.
that DRL had nothing to do with...
Nothing to do with that.
The thermostat thing? It was just coincidence.
So, yeah, I was just like I said, I was kind of panicked. I'm like, fuck, like, do I tell him I saw the light, or do I not? Like, you know, and the car's fine now. It just needs a new thermostat put in, but I'm just like, I don't know. Did I tell him that? Like, oh, you fucking ignored the DRL light.
That's funny shit.
It's daytime running light. Like, oh man, and it's only in Canada as well. I found out.
Oh yeah.
Fun fact: in early 2000 Honda Civic 1 to 4 is
How about that?
daytime
Up to the
running
day, man.
light in
So
Canada.
don't panic if you're ever driving and you see your DRL light coming on.
Yeah. All of a sudden, I shut off my lights and this light came on. Imagine going into the garage. Oh man. I mean, I would never, because I also have a computer to like plug in, and then it reads
Oh, you have one of those?
what's wrong with the car. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
doubt.
especially too because you get check engine light or like light warning lights, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh no, it's not just like, oh, you need some fucking windshield washer fluid
Right. Yeah.
or whatever, and you're like, oh no, like what's that all about?
Just
Like, oh.
picture in there, just like, hold on, let me run some diagnostics.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You just get click, and then it's like you just scan through it, and it'll come up with a code, and it'll tell you the code, and then you can go and like Google the code, and it'll give you more information about the code.
No way.
But then like you go to the next one, and it'll
Nice.
give you on there. It'll give you like a little, because it's a small screen. It'll give you like a little like spark plug or whatever, right? And you're like, oh, okay. So then whenever you look up the fucking P007 is the fucking spark plug wire, not the spark plug or whatever, right? So it's like the little thing will tell you like, oh, it's somewhere there, right? And then you go and Google the actual code, and it's like this specific thing. So if it's something you're like, oh, okay. You just drive it, go check engine. It's like, oh, it's just like I said, the spark plug wire. You're like, oh, like I'll drive it home, you know. But if it's like, warning, like your wheels falling off and shit, you're like, okay, like,
I
now
gotta
I
look
know,
at this.
yeah.
It won't be long before the car is just like literally talks to you and tells you.
Oh, for sure. Oh, they
yeah,
almost
what
do
the fuck-
already.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like,
Pretty soon you'll be, it'll be like, what's that? The computer in Star Trek.
yeah.
Computer.
No
Shit.
doubt.
But for real
Take
though.
me home.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Um,
you're just driving along, your tire pressure in your left knee is.
Yeah,
0.
exactly,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
It'll even like pop up and show you.
Man, back in the like late '80s, cars talk to you. They'd be like, "Door ajar, door ajar." Yeah, yeah.
And then they
Um,
decided to change that for like the annoying ringing.
Yeah.
Everybody fucking hates.
I had the part though. I was gonna bring it in and show everybody and show you how it works, but it's just pressure.
I saw some guy that like,
Sum it all up.
That's great.
yeah, like that thing you were saying, that like the door ringy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he changed it for like the Mario theme song or something.
No
He
way.
had some like device that played this song, right? So he replaced that with this thing, and so every time he opened his car door, it would play like this theme song. And stuff.
Yeah, I guess it would just run the power whenever that
Yeah, exactly.
door opens.
exactly.
Yeah, true. That's fucking cool. Shit, eh? So, I guess it's New Year's. We should talk about the year.
Oh,
And
yeah.
What a fucking crazy year.
Awesome year, yeah. Well, I mean, it could be crazy both ways too. But I just on the way here, I was like, man, you know what? I'm like, we really had like good year and shit. Like, you know, there's
For
just
sure.
like a bunch of shit happened. I mean, there was also all the other like fucked up shit, but like a bunch of shit
That's
happened
good.
last year. Like even too, I was thinking about it, man. Donnie Dumphy was like about a year ago. Because it was like January, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah,
I was like, holy shit, man. Like, this year's gone by really fast, dude.
really fast,
This year
man.
did go by really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That was last January.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the New Year. And then we did New Year's at Jamie's last year.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Essential Gym.
Essential Gym.
Or
and-
whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh no, a J.
J or
Yeah, that's
Jim, I don't
right.
know.
It's J for sure.
Essential Gym.
Yes. Oh, that's
It
funny.
is now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, went out west a couple
Yeah,
times.
you went out west. That's right.
So fucking, it's weird because even though it was like, you know, the last couple of years have been like, I was gonna say shitty, not shitty. It's been like awkward and like kind of stressful or whatever. Maybe stressful, not the word, angering, frustrating or whatever. You know, like but even other than that, man, like up there with one of the best years of my life.
You know
Yeah,
what?
it's good
Like,
to say.
yeah.
I
Yeah, oh yeah, you had a fucking
You
big
had a
thing this
big
year
ass
for you,
year,
right?
A whole bunch of shit happened for me this year. Like, this
Yeah.
year was fucking crazy.
Yeah, you moved.
Yeah, I bought a house, had a baby, spent a month pretty much in the hospital.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right. Your
holy
collapsed
shit.
lung. That's
Fucking-
right.
Yeah.
Holy shit, yeah,
My
man.
cat died yesterday too. That's like
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
shit.
I was really sad about that. It was kind of like it was my birthday yesterday. So I must have
Oh
been
fuck! I totally
yeah,
forgot all
shit,
week. I'm like,
man.
it's the day before the podcast. I gotta
Yeah.
text him. I gotta text him. I fucking forgot.
I knew there was
Happy
a
birthday,
fucking-
man!
Yeah, thanks,
Shit!
man.
Holy
Happy
fuck!
birthday,
I
Joe.
should have
Yeah,
started with that.
shit.
Well, I didn't know. I
Hit
forgot.
Hit yourself with one real quick.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know where it is.
Hit them all.
There it is.
Yeah,
To me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Sorry.
But yeah, fucking all around pretty crazy year. But I have to agree, like as far as like COVID and all that sort of nonsense, like it's been frustrating and annoying, and I know it's affected like a lot of people far more than it's affected me. Like I was still able, like I work in landscaping, so I was still able to work all year. Like didn't really fuck my job up whatsoever.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, like life didn't really change that much for me at all, other than the fact I have to put a mask on and when I go inside places.
Yeah.
That's really all that it's done for me. Like that's it. You know what I mean? But I do understand that it's fucking changed a lot of shit. I can't remember what my point was for that, but
You're saying fuck everybody else. I had a wicked year. No.
yeah,
No.
fuck everybody else. I had a pretty good year. Yeah. No.
Yeah, me too. Though even too, like it's weird because like last year, like this year, I feel like COVID had more of an effect on me than
Yeah.
last year. So like last year was better in that sense that like it still affected me, but I feel like I was just in a better place, sort of. And this year I'd just been like, I don't know, in a weird place. But I shouldn't say weird place to make it sound bad. I just mean like it's just this year feels different, you know? Like I'm like
Yeah.
I feel like it's like maybe it's just I'm more frustrated this year. Like it's just like it's turned into sadness. I'm just like it sucks. Like stop it. I don't want to hear any more about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that though, yeah, man, like all the fucking well, I guess mostly out west, but
Yeah.
a lot of shit's happened this year. We'll say.
Yeah,
So
for
that's-
sure. I
wait,
moved
so
this
if you-
year too.
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
right. You
but-
did. I was gonna say what, like if you were gonna pick a highlight for your year, but I'll throw that one to B show because
Yeah.
Yeah.
quiet. So like fucking
A highlight of
highlight for your 2021.
2021. Damn, I'm gonna say something and I'm gonna miss something. But probably this
No
year
pressure.
the highlight was probably, well, moving was big. And what can I say? I don't know, I'm really close to having another child right now, but it's not gonna be this year.
True.
You know,
yeah,
that's
true.
next
That's still
year
big
for me.
news. That's still
Yeah.
big news for this
Next
year.
year's a big year for me for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I not a whole lot went on this year other than I moved and I switched jobs. Like my whole life changed up pretty
Dramatically.
Yeah, that's right,
dramatically, to be honest. And it's definitely been a bit of a roller coaster, but it was a good year nonetheless. You know, I look forward to next year. That's for sure.
Big
Yeah.
moves. How was it? What's your what's your
My
highlight?
My highlight has to be obviously the birth of my son,
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
and yeah, close second is buying my first house. Like, so a big achievement. Like I was pretty stoked on that, and yeah, just like the roller coaster of being a dad. You know, it's
Yeah.
insane. So
It's great.
yeah, it's been a pretty hectic year, but
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys went first because I thought of a way to sum mine up in a short way. I hope. But I think like, you know, I kind of want to say like just BC in general.
Yeah.
Like going out there. But if I had to narrow it down, kind of, it would be like the people that I met out there, or the like seeing all that shit,
Yeah.
the mountains and the fucking ocean and shit. Like
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go out to BC. I never had the chance. I really want to.
smells different.
Smells different.
Yeah,
Yeah, I definitely want to have the chance to go out there for a little bit.
feels different.
Maybe it'll be my next vacation. Whenever I get that,
It's a good
chance.
spot.
It could be another like 5 years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess realistically though, just watching my little girl grow would be the highlight of my year. Realistically,
Yeah,
nothing
perfect,
too
yeah.
big had happened.
She
but
turned a year
watching
this
her-
year, or
She turned two
Oh,
this,
two this year,
two
yeah,
this year.
yeah. So
She's
you'd
2
be
and a
into,
half
like,
now.
this year you would have been into more interaction.
Oh, a
and
lot
stuff
more
like that.
interaction,
Like
especially.
more than just like one words and stuff.
Oh
like
yeah,
that, and,
yeah,
like,
talking with her and stuff now. So
Yeah.
it's just been every day is really special with her right now for sure. Building the bond and trying to understand what she's trying to say to you. You know, it's just a great time.
I have all that to look forward to.
Yeah,
in the
man.
next
So-
year and a half.
I have this thing where I say that kids, like little kids, like they like toddlers and stuff or whatever. I don't know if that's like 3 or 4-year-olds or younger
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. I don't know, whatever. When
Yeah,
they're
it'd be
having
like-
trouble speaking is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
They're like, they say a bunch of shit to you and you have no fucking clue what they just said to you. and then like I probably get some dumb look on my face, and their parents are like, oh, like they said
They know
this. I'm
say,
like,
yeah,
the fuck? Like my buddy one day, his like, so it's like a hallway. You come in the door, and then you turn and you go down the hallway, and then it goes into like the living room and stuff. And he was at the end of the hallway, and I was at the door, and his son was in the living room, and he's like, yeah, okay, cool, man, yeah, whatever. He's like, all right, cool. He's like, I'll text you later. I'm like, okay, cool, man, yeah, see you later. And you can hear the kid stomping through the fucking living room. He's like, wait, and he comes and he peeks around the wall, and he's like, and I'm like, and I just looked at fucking buddy, and he said, my daddy, I'll text you later. And I was like, yeah, and I left, and I'm like, man, so many times I've had that happen where I'm like, what did they just say to me? Like, the fuck did they just say? Like, I don't know what they're saying. And like, but it's because you're around them, right?
It's like gibberish though, and the parents will just be like, make something up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sometimes they'll just say like, yeah, like this, and now she's starting to be like, no, and she'll say it again. You know?
Yeah.
Then I'll catch on. The more you spend time with them, the more you catch on to it. You know.
And that's just it. The parents know, right? Like
Yeah.
they're there all the time. So like they were there when they were like pointing at the thing, being
Right.
like this. So they're like, oh yeah, no, he said that. Yeah, I had no fucking clue.
Oh,
It's so crazy, eh? Like, I was just thinking this the other day too. Like, even like Odin going through the process of like teething and shit like that. It's like,
yeah,
it's like every other animal on planet Earth comes out like
fully teeth.
ready to go. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like everything else.
Do they? Yeah.
Pretty much. Like,
Shit, I didn't know that.
well, if you think
Crazy.
about like a deer or like some like
Animals
just like
like
any
that.
animal, like
Dogs.
yeah, they just like they come out and they're like, you know, they're
Little
timid and
teeth,
yeah,
but-
but they're like
But they don't fall
they can
out.
pretty much
and,
walk.
like,
They can
they're
like,
already there.
do what they need to do. You know.
Yeah.
It just takes
Oh, we're weird creatures.
several
as
years. Like, this is why I
humans.
say it's insane that we like as a species got to like where we are right now. Can
Yeah.
you think about like back when we were like living in the fucking jungles and shit? Like,
Yeah.
like how the fuck do you like
Raise a child.
yeah?
then.
How do you feed it like
Yeah.
every 3 hours? You're like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Like, it's insane that we even made it to where we are.
Yeah, for sure, man.
True, eh?
Like, they're
I
crying
guess you
all the
get
time.
milk-
There's fucking
milk for a
predators and
bit.
shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, how do you keep a baby quiet in the fuck?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
They
what
would
the
have had
fuck?
their
Like, how,
ways.
like,
Yeah.
Shut up,
but
there's a bear.
Crazy.
like-
There's a bear.
They probably chewed on rocks to keep
Yeah.
them quiet, you know.
That's- I think about that shit all the time. Like, wow, it's an insane miracle that we are where we are in 2021.
For
with
sure.
all the shit that we have.
Oh shit! I hope 2022 is just like amazing or
Yeah.
something. You know, like just all of a sudden it's like we wake up tomorrow and like COVID's gone or something,
Yeah, like we can
It
just
can't- it can't
do
be
what
like
we
I-
want
yeah.
freely.
and the fucking control is gone.
Do you think like so?
It better go away.
I see that's the thing, right? Like when governments take that sort of control, it's very hard for them to give it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Because they get used to it.
Used
Like,
to
oh,
it.
now we can fucking
They know they
tell
can
them how
get
many people
to
go in a store and how many people
Yeah.
they can have in their house and how many like what fucking they have to wear on their face.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
wow, this is crazy power.
Well, I
But then
remember
they're just
you-
giving it to us.
You
Like,
said
they
that
just
right
go
at the
along with
start
it.
too. Yeah, you're like they'll make all these rules or take laws away or whatever
Yeah,
the
be
fuck,
careful because
and then they're like, "Oh yeah,
take advantage
we
of
liked
it.
it better when we had it, like, or we like
Yeah.
it better this way." You know, it's like we're just not gonna do it. We're not taking
the whole,
it back.
The whole idea that you have to
Like,
follow
income tax. They were
That's-
supposed to be a
exactly
short
that.
period of time. They're like,
Pay
no,
off
we
the-
just like that.
Yeah.
Keep doing it.
Yeah, and that was a temporary measure that is still in place today. And
Yeah.
don't fucking get me started on income tax.
Oh,
Oh, my
it's
god,
fucking thievery.
I lose like fucking $700 off a paycheck.
Yeah, for real,
Honestly,
man.
off a single paycheck.
Yeah.
$700.
It's better to bank hours and take less fucking, you know what I mean? And then find that fucking range, you know?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, right? Like, think about how many. So think about like all the income tax, all the point of sales tax, all the property tax for.
Okay,
all the
wait. I just want to
houses.
say, point of sale is like the thing, cash thing.
when you make when you
Yeah.
buy something.
So
you pay
like
tax on it.
when I worked at the restaurant, they had the machine, and it was called like the POS.
POS. Yeah, this piece of shit.
And I was like, this fucking piece of shit.
I've been actually meaning to say we've been
Sorry.
requested to take a drink from the comments
Take a drink.
from Average Zach.
Average. Zach.
Zach and
Well,
Black.
let's cheers for fucking Jonesy's birthday.
Jonesy's birthday is definitely appropriate.
Let's do
Here,
it.
here.
All right.
Do you need a little splash?
Oh, do you need one?
Pour one for sure if you want one.
Not to mix with,
Absolutely.
but
Oh,
I
Yeah,
round
just give me a
here.
drink.
Rail if you want, or
Around here we
give you a
don't
shot.
fucking mix.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're just doing a shot.
No.
Do a shot.
Boys round here.
Oh, that's good.
Oh yeah, he gets the big
Sorry,
shot.
buddy.
That's the birthday
Sip on
shot.
that.
Yeah.
However, I'm probably gonna do the rest of mine.
Thanks to Styles for the.
It's
lovely
actually really
bottle,
good.
too.
It's actually
Yeah,
good.
it is good. I like it.
Man, you know what's funny?
It's kinda-
So you gave me the Baron Samdi
Yeah.
spice rum or whatever. So, my sister also got me. I think it was my sister. Also got me the exact. I have two.
Oh no,
No
way.
way.
bottles sitting up
No way.
No
So
way.
that'll last me
And
a
that was
while.
like new rum too.
there. Yeah, yeah.
New
Okay,
rum. New
cheers.
rum too. Cheers, boys.
Happy birthday,
Cheers.
Jonesy.
Happy birthday,
Thank
Jonesy.
you, boys. To
Sorry I missed it.
wait.
Shit.
to a fantastic 21, and may 2022 bring you much prosperity and peace and happiness and anything else that you need out of 2022. I hope you get it. So here's to the next year.
Here, here.
Okay, next year, next
Heck yeah,
level,
boys.
baby.
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
I know I said I was gonna drink all mine, but then I last second didn't. It's a good choice. I think that's a good choice.
Yeah, very good choice of you.
Did I already make the bus joke? I probably did, eh?
The bus joke.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No?
I thought you said Bosch joke.
Bus
think
joke?
so.
No. So now I ruined it by calling it a joke,
Yeah.
but I think I did. I think I did it last week. I got really drunk. I didn't drive.
Yes.
Took the bus home. I
Yes.
was proud of myself because I've never driven a bus before.
Yes. Yes.
I think I tell it wrong. I always say I didn't drive. I think you're supposed to say I left my car at the bar. So I was proud of myself. So I took the bus.
Yo, we hit 600 subs too.
Boom,
Yo,
boom, boom.
damn, on our
160.
160.
Get us another 400.
400.
Yeah.
And I know, sorry, that
You'll be
sounds
seeing a lot more lives.
that sounds bad. That was like thanks.
More.
But
No.
you know, like
More.
yeah,
that's
yeah.
always the YouTube
But no,
game though.
If we can get to 1,000, we'll have I'll be able to go live on my mobile device. And you guys will be like, whoa, that's cool. And I'll be like, yeah.
Yeah, think about all the places that you could be.
Oh, man.
You could be doing your live poutine reviews and shit. Just like boom,
I
go
said,
live.
fuck, I actually have to do some poutine reviews soon.
Damn, gotta get
Yeah.
another lineup.
There's
going.
that place in fucking, it's for the summer, but it's in Quebec.
Quebec?
I don't know what it's called or where it is.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost like, in the Midway, they have like in the fairgrounds,
Yeah.
they'll have like all the different food
Yeah.
places and stuff. It's like that, but it's just like, there's no fair. Just like you walk
It's just
down
got-
and there's like a pizza place, an ice cream place,
Yeah, yeah.
a poutine place, burgers and stuff.
Where's this?
I don't know.
Quebec.
Quebec.
Back
Quebec.
somewhere.
Yeah. It's somewhere between the cabin and my house.
Okay.
I just don't remember because we were driving home and we pulled in there to eat.
Nice.
And I was like, sweet, I'm coming back here.
Yeah.
And I
Damn, the
forgot where it
cabin
was.
was a good time.
Cabin was a good time.
Fucking right.
I was going through all my pictures on my phone. Actually, I got a bunch of pictures of like playing beer
Pong and
like,
shit.
around the fire and shit.
Nice.
Fuck. I think I lost a bunch of footage when I restarted my computer.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I'm upset about it.
That's upsetting.
That's upsetting.
You just have to do it again and
Yeah, it'll be another
make new
time.
footage.
That's it.
That's true. That's very true.
And it was raining that weekend, too. The whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got like
We
a
had the
break a
porch,
little
though.
bit, I think.
Yeah.
I think
there's-
one day it
was the
wasn't
day
raining,
that-
or it
actually,
was.
the day we were leaving. The morning that we were leaving, it was fucking.
Oh, yeah.
beautiful. Like,
Was it raining when we were at the fire though?
The one night it was.
Yeah,
Remember, we
okay.
started it. and
Yeah, I
it
think
was
we only had the
windy
fire
and
one
rainy.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the
We
bar.
tried. Yeah. The bar was nice.
They had a table that fucking everybody could eat at.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everybody.
And we had a dinner that everyone ate at.
Oh man, yeah, we can do that again.
Yeah. It was a good time.
We
Make it
could.
happen.
We'll get some more people, and we'll do a contest for somebody to come with us.
Hey, that's a good idea.
That sounds actually fire. It's a great idea.
Yeah, random subscriber. If you're the 1,000th subscriber,
Fucking
That's
right,
it.
seriously, man.
For sure.
Seriously, this summer
So-
then. Let's do it.
yeah, be your 1,000th subscriber, and you could potentially come with us to party at a cabin.
The Val de Bois. I think it roughly translates to the Valley of the Boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't look it up.
Val de Bois. Yeah. Don't quote me. Yeah, quote me.
Quote him up.
I'm gonna fucking roll another little doobie if you guys
Roll.
Do it up.
you know
I
that.
wouldn't, I wouldn't oppose.
Yeah, no opposition here.
So, did anybody bring any videos or songs?
Videos.
Song of the year? Video of the year?
Oh shit. Video of the year.
You guys don't have to be worried. I didn't either, but
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, like that's.
I was trying to
what's
think of
funny,
them
actually,
as-
that's like being like the whole music thing. Like the last thing that I've been thinking about this whole year.
oh,
Yeah.
for sure,
Music,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I kind of need to get back into the whole music thing though. Like,
So, I know a secret that's not really a secret, but I'm not gonna tell you all the information. But someone we know is right now working on a project that will end up being state of the art studio.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what state of the art means, but it'll probably be that.
it's state of the art.
Yeah. But
That technology you guys were talking about earlier.
and point being, we will be able to
Opportunities.
use that studio probably.
Nice.
I mean, there will have to be some kind of business transaction
Agreement.
for sure,
Yeah,
but and it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a thing. Like it's gonna be a pretty big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna happen.
Nice.
Oh.
good to
Because
hear.
it's already like
Wheels are.
the physical part of it is like being built. It's just to like start getting the people to come through.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
I think there's a bunch of other stuff too. Like it's gonna be a bunch of cool shit. But
Cool.
yeah, no. So that being said, I'm just saying that we will. Not that we don't already have a place we could record, but we have a place where got a bunch of cool shit,
Yeah.
and on top of it, there'll be other people around probably and stuff, and like
For sure.
collabs and networking.
Connecting.
Yeah.
Just
So,
like
yeah.
our previous home at Bro Media.
Get you that. Shout out Twigs. Happy New Year and all that fun stuff.
If I can get. Oh yeah.
Shit, man.
Shout out to everyone tuning in. Happy New Year to everybody. Who's our 600th subscriber? I'd like to know that.
Yeah, I don't know how actually even how to look that up.
I don't know. It's not showing up on my screen here yet. Maybe I should refresh the page. I want to see that shit. It's funny.
So
There it is.
oh
No?
oh, lost it.
You guys make any
Actually, it's something I already said.
resolutions?
Resolutions.
To not make New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no.
I feel
Not
like when you
necessarily resolutions,
say
maybe
them-
goals.
When you say them, then
Yeah,
like,
that's it, man.
people hold you to it. It's like, oh, I'm quitting smoking. And then they're like, oh, you didn't quit smoking.
And you already put it right there.
So,
I
I don't
mean,
really,
that's fair.
it's not like I don't really have a resolution, but I have some things that I've been wanting to work on that I might try and work on now. Like, it's like that one time a year when it's like, oh, there's like this thing, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
new next year, right? So if I
New year, new me.
Yeah,
do
that's it.
21 days of something, then
Yeah.
it becomes a habit.
Right. Right.
So,
It's only 3 weeks. That's like easy.
yeah. Well, it takes
But something
21
every day.
time to get to have an addiction. You
Yeah.
smoke 21 cigarettes, you like,
Yeah.
but then it takes like 21 days to get off.
How
They
long is the
say.
space between each cigarette before you get
You
addicted?
could probably smoke
s-
them one after another. I don't know.
No, I'm just saying, like,
My science
so
teacher
let's say
told me that.
if I never want to get addicted to cigarettes, if I smoked one cigarette, and then like, how many days would I have to wait before I smoke my next cigarette before it doesn't count anymore? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
So if
That
I
is a
waited
good
a month,
question.
so if I waited a month before my next cigarette, could I do like 25 months, and then
Yes.
and then I'd be addicted after that?
Smoke a pack of cigarettes in 2 years. And then all of a sudden,
Yeah,
then the
and I was
next
like, boom,
day,
okay, I'm like, pack it,
Yeah.
pack
pack
it.
it.
Out of nowhere.
I'm addicted.
Don't know what came over me.
I hit my 25 limit.
To get 21 times in your life.
Or 20, yeah. Something.
Yeah, just at all.
It's just like,
As soon as you hit that 21, you could do like half whenever you were a teenager, and then like you know
Yeah,
when you're
It's-
35,
Save
you
it up. It's like ration.
yeah.
us. That. One thing I do want to say too, though, I think we already kind of covered it, but shout out to everybody tuning in. Shout out to everybody that does ever tune in.
Weekly.
I guess shout out to our fans is what it is.
Yeah.
The 4G
The
orgy.
4G orgy.
I also want to shout out a lot of our new viewers because we have a bunch of new subscribers recently, and we also, I've noticed, had a few of my friends over the last little while ask me for the link,
Yeah.
stuff like that, to the point where now they're subscribed,
Nice.
and now they get the
There we are.
notification, and they're probably watching
Yeah,
right
hit that
now.
bell.
Oh, hey, well,
So
shout out to them, man.
yeah, fucking right. Again, shout out our sponsor, fucking Brandon from Yokowski Roofing.
Thanks for the pints, bruh.
Yeah, fucking right. I don't say I do. So, wait, do you have any New Year's resolutions?
No, not really. Like, I never really got into the whole New Year's resolution thing. So
I
I'm
think-
with you when it's like it's.
I just want to be better than
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
this
I mean,
year.
yeah, I set goals for myself for sure. Like, there's things I want to better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's not like I'm like, okay, this year, like starting from January 1st, I'm not gonna do such thing, or I
Yeah.
am gonna do
Or
such thing.
start
you know what I
working
mean?
out, yeah,
Yeah.
dieting. Like, no. I just, I'm embracing the birth of my second child and
Oh yeah.
gonna learn from all of that.
All right.
Yes.
When's that? That's early February.
February, yeah.
Coming soon,
Yes.
but you're excited.
I'm excited and nervous this time, yeah. Pretty.
That's crazy,
A
man.
bit
Because
of
like
all
for
of
me,
it.
it's
Excuse
like I going through like that whole thing right now for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, fuck. I'm just starting to get to the point where I'm like getting more sleep. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
starting to sleep a little longer. And,
Yeah.
Yeah. To have
Tackle
like
another.
a toddler like at 2, and then also be going through that whole process again. Like,
Yeah.
That's a lot,
It's like
bro.
right, like one kid's pretty easy, I tell you that. Well, I shouldn't say I tell you that, but like I'm just like, yeah, I'm going through this now. It's like manageable, but then there's gonna be like
It's like
this
whole
other
thing on
being
top.
here. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, but I'm excited for it, and it's a boy, so I get one of both,
Yeah.
which I'm really happy about.
Yeah, that's a good.
That's awesome.
That's like the perfect family, they say, right? Boy,
The
girl,
millionaire family.
Yeah,
The perfect family. Now you just need a white picket fence.
there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe, that's it.
Oh shit! Yeah.
It's true though, man. Like, I don't know, like I said, just recently, a couple days ago, like I haven't really experienced a lot of like death in my life.
Me neither.
You know what I mean? But like, and this sounds trivial, but or not. Like, I don't know what it sounds, but like my cat passing is like I had a cat for like 14 years. It was like,
It's a long time, man.
you know what I mean? It's like
Shit.
part of the family.
Yeah, for
So,
sure,
like,
buddy.
I guess going through that, like, it sort of like makes you appreciate different things. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I guess just recently, like, I guess I don't know. I forget where I was going with that whole thing, anyways. But
Appreciating.
yeah,
things.
just like it makes you think about things in a different way, right? Like,
Because you know that nothing is forever.
Right.
Really, so you
It's like,
appreciate what you have.
I'm only gonna be here for a certain amount of time too. Like,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And then like seeing like Odin growing and like learning and being all these things. I'm like, fuck, like you gotta make the most of it. You know? What I
Yeah,
mean?
man,
you gotta,
that's
You
it.
gotta appreciate it. Like,
Yeah. Oh, but
yeah, and like I say, it's like I haven't experienced a lot. Like my grandparents died, but I moved like from the UK like to here, so I was really close with my grandparents as like a kid. You know, but
Right.
like when I was young, I would be there all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I moved away when I was 13, it's like had no real contact, like other than just like over the phone or whatever. It's
Mm-hmm.
not like they were into like Facebook and shit. You know, they didn't have the internet, or they did, but they're old. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Yeah.
but yeah, like I don't know. Again, lost my train of thought.
Dude,
Oh,
but
well.
for you know.
Eh?
Oh, I said I'm gonna take a picture of you now.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. No. You got it. Yeah, man. You gotta appreciate it and just see. Well, it depends. No matter what it is, you're talking about your kid. Well, we all have kids, so it's like, yeah, you just take in every single moment that you have.
So 2 things I have to
Appreciate
say.
it.
One is whenever I was a little kid, I don't know how old I was. I might have been like 6 years old. My neighbor died,
Yeah.
and I just remember being like, yeah, like she's old and she died, and like that's how it works, right? And then I remember laying in bed that night, and I was like, whoa. I'm like never gonna see her again.
Mm.
Like she's never gonna be there again. Like
Mhm.
she won't.
And that's the trip,
Never.
right? It's like when you think about it like that, it's like that's what trips you
like,
up.
yeah, because like even too like it's, and not to say that like when I say that whenever I said it, I felt like I was expressing that she was like there for me or something. She was just the neighbor across the street. Like when she came out, she'd say hi to us and stuff like that, and like she'd give us an extra couple treats on Halloween and stuff like that, and like whatever. So like it's not like she was like a huge part of my life or anything, but it was just that once I realized that meant like Gandhi, like she won't walk out the door again, I was like, wow, like that's fucked. Actually, pretty sure I had a little cry, but I was just like, whoa, and I would like start, like I realized that, it was like, took me a little bit to mull it over, but it's like, yeah, she's gone, yeah, and then I'm like, wait, no, like, yeah,
Gone,
and
yeah.
it just was like a weird thing, especially to learn as a little kid, like on
Yeah.
your own. Like,
It's probably
holy
better
shit,
to
like,
learn it as a little kid, though. You know?
I agree.
You know, like, or at least come to terms with it. Because, like,
But-
again, like
I never had any, other than that, I never had any death until my mom's cousin died whenever I was like 14 or something like that. But like, we weren't like super close either. And like, I knew him like a long time, but we weren't like super close. Saw him like 2 times a year or something. But then the next was my mom. So then it was like, a couple like little ones. And then it was like a fucking real big one.
Yeah,
that's
that's a
huge,
lot,
man. I
though.
could never even imagine going
Yeah.
through something like
And then
that.
my
yeah.
grandma, and then my grandma actually died today.
Oh,
No, sorry,
I know
whoa,
you're
whoa,
going
sorry,
with it.
whoa,
Yeah,
whoa,
no, I
wait,
know
wait,
it,
wait,
yeah.
Today, this day, you should have said this
yeah,
day.
this
Yeah.
day.
X amount of years ago.
So it'd be 19 years ago.
Okay.
And then, but then my mom was December 6th. So it was like my mom, and then it was like my fucking grandma on
Yeah.
New Year's Day.
Tough times too.
I always say,
Okay, gang.
Crazy.
they say gang gang. They do say that.
Sorry.
Gang gang. That's so good.
But no, it was, I'm just saying that it was like, like the first one was like my neighbor that didn't really, like, she wasn't a big part of my life
Yeah.
at a really early age.
Yeah.
And the next one was like first year of high school, was like my mom's cousin. And it was a little bit closer, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden it was just like that one, you
Yeah.
know, like.
Fuck.
So it's not about that. I'm just saying that was my experience
That's
with
your
death. That it was just like,
experience
doot.
of it. Yeah.
you know.
See, I like. Yeah,
I only have the death of my grandfather. That's it.
and I guess that's what I was getting at before. Is like my grandparents is like the only, but I
Oh, yeah.
because I wasn't like because I got moved away from them at such an younger age. Like I wasn't as close with them as I was when I was a kid. So when they passed, it was like, you feel it, but it's like you haven't seen them in like
Forever.
20 years almost.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
like, you don't feel it the same, So, yeah, again, like yeah, just recently, just
Jonesy
thinking
has no feelings.
about,
No, I'm
just
just
fucking
joking,
cold
man.
bastard.
No,
No, man. Like I
No,
said,
but I
like,
know what you mean,
the
though.
death of
It's-
my cat, fucking. I still like it's weird. Like there's like
Yeah.
a presence, like
Yeah.
not in the house. It fucked with me, and like
Yeah. No
yeah,
doubt.
just like I say, like thinking about things differently, appreciating things differently, and
Yeah.
and,
Well,
like I mean, like I say, it's like it's not like my grandma died or like. I hate to say it too, but I think the death of my cat probably affected me more than the death of my grandparents. And, like,
Well, you're with your cat every
Yeah,
single
yeah.
day,
right?
you
And
know?
Well,
like, it's
yeah.
a bigger part of my life, right? So
Yeah.
like, yeah, like I said, I've just been thinking about things a little bit differently and like
well,
appreciating things.
and I just realized that the other thing I was gonna say too was that you were talking about like only being here for a short period of time and stuff, and like something I try to tell people. I learned this somewhere, but it's so when you like picture like a tombstone, there's the like the date that you were born and then the date that you died. And in between there's like a little dash. So
That's the important bit.
that dash is what your life is.
Yeah.
And it's such a small little fucking piece on that tombstone. So like make it like the best. You know,
Yeah.
like make that stick out. You know what I mean? And like so I don't know, I try to do that I guess, but I try to tell people that I'm like, man, it's like, you're only here for a bit, man. Like let's
Well, that's
just
what
do
a
it.
lot of the motivational guys too. Like you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna die. Like you're only here for a certain amount of
Yeah.
time. You're gonna die. Like
I think a lot of
fucking get
people
on with it,
like
right?
grow up and don't, well, exactly kind of what you're saying, like never really think about actually think about that and let it sink in, you know what I mean, to the point where it affects their actions of getting up and doing what they actually want to do in life.
right.
You know what I mean? A lot of people just think, or even just think that there's no consequences to their actions as well, you know.
Right.
And
That's
yeah.
because a lot of people get away with shit and like
Yeah.
they haven't had consequences for their actions. I have
Yeah.
family members like that.
Oh. Wait, I'm just gonna do that. Just so.
Fucking handy device.
Damn
Fucking
right
right.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out my
That's
dad
great.
for that, actually.
Should go to fucking Shark Tank with that.
The
Joint passer
do you
3000.
see there? Right now? Oh, it
So-
might actually be with, yeah,
Yeah, is that the number?
I believe so.
So something I
I'll do
just
this really
wanna
quick just to make
say.
sure.
I also have something I want to.
Yeah,
Bring
it
up.
was.
I forgot to do the giveaway for the Putin review shirt. I just
You
kept
did?
putting it off. And so anyone who bought a Putin review shirt was entered in the draw for $100 in a mystery bag. And all participants said that they didn't want the money. They wanted to put the money to some kind of charity.
Well, that's nice
Right.
of them.
Yeah. And I believe it was Dev on the Street,
Okay.
I think. And Amy that was here last weekend.
Right. Yeah.
And Liam,
Okay. Yeah.
here's your homage. And so shout out to those guys for donating the money. I'm probably going to give the money to James, who was on here for the Pure Love Foundation.
Yeah. Agreed.
And that being said, Liam's name was picked. Fraser Homage was picked for the winner. So in the next couple weeks, we'll have that bag sent out to you,
Okay. Oh yeah. Shout out
um,
to Fraser Homage.
and we'll get that money to James at some point here.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to James too. He
Should we do,
does.
like, again, we did say that we would get some content with him.
we should for sure, because actually right now, man, he's actually kind of fucking on a roll right now. He just did a fucking raffle. Sorry, I'm swearing a whole bunch, but apparently it's a sign of intelligence. So lost my train of thought. Oh, don't worry. Oh,
Pure Love Foundation doing content with them.
okay. Oh, it's coming up. Oh, okay, so he did a raffle, and it was for a nice quilt, and he earned just over $1,000, I think, or $1,100 or something. And
Right on. That's
he went and bought a bunch of fucking like sleeping bags and like little like yoga mat type things, or like the camping fucking things, pillows. He had somebody make him a whole bunch of scarves, toques, I think mitts and stuff.
that time of year too.
Yeah, and like so yeah, well, I was at his house and he had a fucking just like a big pile of shit. And I think he said he was going to get more too. But yeah, no, so shout out to James for doing that. And then also shout out to my guy fucking Tillman Greenhorn. He was the one who won. The one who won.
The one.
He was
who
the
won.
person who won the quilt. And but yeah. So I also think that I was thinking that we should do get in on his next raffle or something like that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like even
Yeah.
just like I think I did promote his raffle, but even just if we got into it to like collab with him or something or whatever.
Like you mean put up a prize or like just like buy tickets?
Well, just I mean, well, yeah, put up prize too, but we could work with him, right? You know what I mean? Like whatever. But either way, we could do that. But also, I do want to go down with him when he goes and hands out stuff, because that's what we were originally talking about whenever
Yeah,
he's
for
on the
sure.
show or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know we should get content with him. Show everybody what he does. Well, actually,
For
you know what?
sure.
You could even just go to Pure Love Foundation on Instagram and subscribe and see what he does. I've had a few people, also including myself, or like when they say this, I agree with them. They're like, "Oh, he's always got me in tears." Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, a lot of the people come up and talk to him and they know who he is. The Pizza Angel.
No way.
Pizza
Yeah,
Angel.
because he brings down like,
That would be a dope shirt.
fucking right, man. Yeah. He brings
Fucking
down
buy some. See, that's this. I'm getting ideas. Like you buy a Pizza Angel shirt. Proceeds go to buying
yeah.
Pizza.
material for or pizza for people or just
Well, and that's what he's
just
about too.
supplies
Is
and shit, you know.
is like he wants
Whatever.
to make money, right? But he wants to make money so that he doesn't have to spend his money.
Right,
You know,
like
course.
Mr. Beast.
Because
Yeah.
at first he
Fucking
was
do a
spending
video, you make a bunch of
spending
money,
his
you-
own money.
Yeah,
Rich.
yeah.
And then
Give it
now, like, he's trying to get, so if he can make money over here from, like you said, shirts or the raffle or like whatever, that all goes to fucking getting shit for the people, right?
Yeah. Right.
Whereas then he's like, okay, I don't have to spend my money.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. So I think that's a big thing, is like that would be a big step for him, is to be able to do stuff like that, or even like to be able to step up what he is doing to but by other means, right? Like
Right.
without him having to spend his money, right?
Right.
So like I said, he's looking to make money, but not for himself to keep, you know? And he
Yeah, like
wants
I
to
say,
get that.
Give it back. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's crazy, man. Like even too, like fucking there was a video of him driving with a guy. I think he was hitchhiking or something like that.
Yeah.
They were driving together and like he told him the story and everything. Like, yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, you can go check them out. Pure Love Foundation.
Yeah.
For real though. What else did you bring, Bisho?
I brought
Did you gesture towards your phone
no
earlier?
earlier.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, I got a couple games, and then I thought you picked up your phone, and you're like, and I got some stuff.
Oh
you know what? I
no.
said I was so today is the day.
Today is the
that,
oh
that
yeah.
our bet expires.
Oh yeah,
right?
that's right.
So I lost this fucking bet,
perfect.
unfortunately.
Well, hey, you never know though.
Yeah. Midnight's
Could
not
shoot
here
up,
yet.
Like, yeah, like 30.
But here's the thing, though. But here's the thing. Before I have to interrupt one sec. Could you imagine
I imagine.
if that happened? It's like
It was close,
59,000 Canadian right now. Imagine it hit fucking 104,000 Canadian right now.
Oh man, that'd be insane.
Like, or I mean, just before the thing.
That'd
Like,
be unheard of.
I mean, I'd
I'd
go-
give you the $100. I'd be like, okay, can I get that back?
Yeah.
Fuck, at that point, I'd gladly give you the $100.
But yeah, man, I was like, once it hit it hit 69, and I think that's just like the big meme of it, right? Like that's the internet, fucking 69,
69, yeah.
420. I'm surprised it didn't hit 69,420.
Yeah,
They
for
tried to
real.
make it, but it hit 69,000, like on the nose. 69.
American.
Yeah, USD. And fucking when it was getting close to 70, I'm like, fuck here. And this was in like, I don't know, I didn't remember. It was in November sometime.
Yeah,
October. I'm not
because
sure.
it did shoot up though.
Yeah, I got, like I say, it was like almost.
I was like
70K, and I was like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
getting there, and all of a sudden it just topped out, and it's not been back since. But I think it'll be a next year thing.
Yeah.
But either way,
But-
you gotta accumulate more, buy that Bitcoin, and fucking hold on.
So I just want to explain for anybody
No
who
financial advice.
wasn't there. So on episode beep,
It was with
Trip.
Trip.
Yeah.
I don't remember the number of the episode, but it was with Trip. It's
We
like
had-
the most recent one.
we had Trip.
Yeah,
Shout out
okay.
Trip, the most rugged. We had Trip on, and we had talked about some crypto stuff, and I forget the exact discussion, but I know that Jonesy offered a bet to Trip of $100
And he would have won. See, he should have taken the bet.
if really yeah I'm reaping the benefits of your fucking downfall or your whatever denial. I don't know, but point is they were made the bet, and I took the bet just for sport, and
You're a gambling man.
it worked out. Yeah, it worked out because I said if Trip wasn't going to take it, I'll take it, and if it was still offered, and I did. And
Here it is on camera. I'm gonna hand
what?
the middleman, and the middleman is gonna hand it over to the winner.
So what?
And
What the
Debt's
bet
fully
was
paid.
was that that Bitcoin was gonna reach
80K USD.
80K US, which is
By the end of the
104 something or just over 100 grand Canadian. And I took it, and I won. And I got the $100. I mean,
Just go buy some fucking Bitcoin with it.
yeah, for real, yeah, I am.
It's
That's
cheap
great.
right now.
But the thing is, fuck. If it did shoot up though, like
It's gonna.
I would
Like,
give you
I'm
$200.
telling you
Like,
right now,
fuck,
like,
seriously.
It will hit those prices. Like it will.
Yeah.
And I thought
Oh.
for sure it would be by the end of the year, because like
I don't see why Ethereum isn't jumping up because fucking all these NFTs are being sold in Ethereum.
well, see,
All of
everything
them.
is like,
Are they not?
Bitcoin is sort of the leader of the market. So when Bitcoin drops, everything sort of drops with it.
Oh yeah,
And
true.
Because a lot of it's paired with Bitcoin is the valuation. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, it tends to drive the market that way. A lot of people will do expect that at some point, nobody really knows when, but it will like decouple, and either Ethereum will flip Bitcoin and be the number one crypto. Just specifically because of that reason, like everything, so much stuff is built on the
Okay.
Ethereum blockchain, and so much money is going into it.
Well, Bitcoin's accepted for fucking shit everywhere too. So
There's
No, I
not really
should
much
say
built on it.
everywhere,
There's
some
no
places.
like NFTs being, you know what I mean? Like
No,
everything's
true.
being done in Ethereum. All the transactions have been being done in Ethereum.
no, but I
So-
mean, like, there's some places that accept Bitcoin for stuff, right? Like, not just NFTs, but like, say, like Tesla, I think was accepting Bitcoin for a while,
for sure.
like shit like that. So like, if that became a thing or started becoming a more common thing, then
I think like so,
you know what I mean. It could become like it could shoot up because everyone's starting to use it here and there and there, right?
right,
Like,
and I think that eventually that will happen. Like even Jack Dorsey is saying like, and he's like the CEO or was the CEO of Twitter. He's just stepped down recently, but like he was saying even like he thinks the Bitcoin, like the US dollar right now is the world reserve currency. That he thinks Bitcoin will eventually be that world reserve currency where everything else is sort of like paired to it. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
oil is sold in Bitcoin and not US dollars in the world market.
Imagine that you roll up to the gas station, and it's like 0.0000.
Yeah.
Right?
Zero
Everything's cheap
Bitcoin,
again.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Imagine.
man, like that's so I think a lot of people think that within 20, 30, maybe 50 years, like cryptocurrency will completely take over like fiat markets, and like it'll just be the normal way of doing things. Like everyone will have a wallet. There'll be no need for banks and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah. Well, think of it now. You got the fucking Google Pay. Now you'll
Yeah.
just have like the fucking crypto pay. Like,
Oh yeah, no doubt.
you just swipe through your cards, and it's like, oh yeah.
That's
Well,
why I say, man, it's generational wealth. You get in now, like
They
you
have-
might not be able to like, unless you have a lot of money to invest up front. You know what I
I
mean?
got $100.
Start now.
To start.
Because it's a fixed supply, right? Like there's only a certain amount, and like the amount there's 90 some percent or 90% is already in circulation, and the next 10% will take another 100 years because of halving. So like each 4 years, like less and less and less get rewarded to the miners.
Yeah.
So it becomes scarce, and it's already scarce. It becomes even more scarce, and demand becomes a lot higher, and the value becomes a lot greater because it's so scarce, right? So like, if you can get in now, like, it's not like, oh, if I get in now in a couple of years I can sell, and like, you know what I mean? You got to hold that shit for like your kids and their kids' kids. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fucking like long term.
Hodl. Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm telling you, man. Like,
But
it'll be generational wealth.
after we made that bet, I put $700 on Bitcoin.
I don't even remember what the price was when we made that bet. It was in the 40s, I think.
And yeah, and it's still even low right now, and I'm still up like 250.
Nice,
So it's like 950.
nice.
So
See,
I'm
like,
up
man,
350 on that deal.
So fuck, I'm telling you, man. Like I'm thinking now, early next year, like, and I guess obviously no one knows what's gonna happen, but it could go all the way back down to 30,000 again before it goes back up towards the 70s. But like,
yeah.
I think next year we'll see those kind of prices again. So if it ever does dip down more, you can keep buying it.
Yeah. Well, like not tomorrow. Sorry, next year, isn't it supposed to fucking, not just Bitcoin, but everything? Supposed to fucking dip for a while in the morning or in the early part of the year?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like everyone expected the big highs to be by the end of this year, where everything would be euphoric and everyone like the fear and greed index. You know, that's when everyone goes by. It's like whenever it's really fearful, and everyone's selling, and when it's really like greed, that's when everyone's like buying. And usually like that's when you can see like the top of the market is like when everyone's really greedy and euphoric. Where usually like right now it's been very fearful since like summer, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, people are expecting it to still go to like 200,000 or like something crazy, you know, before the end of next year. Everyone thought it was going to be by the end of this year, but now everyone's like, well, maybe it'll be the end of next year.
Hopefully.
So nobody really actually fucking knows.
yeah.
But
No,
still,
I
just
don't
by
know.
like if you look into the fundamental technology and like the understanding of like money and how fiat currency is like created and injected into the world.
Yeah, I know
economy.
fiat. I have zero. Let me
Yep.
see.
You have zero money?
Zero fiat. Where is it? Yeah, I have like a fiat wallet on here. It's just
So you
zero.
just have no money in your fiat currency.
But it's all in my card.
Yeah.
I got $8 in there.
$8 fucking balling.
Shit. Here I am talking all these numbers. Jesus Christ. They're like, as of now, this guy must have like 958. Oh shit. And yeah, you would be close.
You would be close?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I said, but
$10 dollars.
yeah. Oh shit. So,
Well, shit, eh?
got any fucking questions?
Me?
Anybody?
Questions.
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
That's-
you know what?
Um,
I think we might have asked this one.
did we even ask you what year ago? No, we kind of all said the same thing.
Yeah. I was vague, I think. Yeah.
Well, anyways,
I've been trying to think of what my meal would be, and I'm still not sure.
meal
Yeah. Did I ever say what my meal would be?
for what?
For the question about the meals.
Oh shit! No, I don't think
My
so.
fucking celebrity meal. I don't know what it'd be still though.
You don't?
It might have to be like
Why'd you bring it up?
I don't know. It'd probably be like spiced chicken of some sort with like
It's always a solid choice.
jalapenos.
It's such a hard choice, though. The options, right? Like,
Yeah, right. And then like a
So-
poutine and like orange crush or something.
Orange soda.
and the Scotty sauce.
The Scotty sauce.
Or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
See, that works. You could brand that.
Yeah.
Scotty sauce.
Fucking right. My buddy used to always say Scott sauce.
Or like
You got the Scott sauce? I'm like, oh yeah, fuck it. Oh.
Styles wings and hot sauce and Scott sauce.
Yeah, fucking right. All right.
What's
Patent pending.
what's one thing you predict for 2022? Here and now. Market. Where are we at in the episode? 85 minutes in.
Another prediction or a prediction for 2020.
Yeah.
We'll find another variant of
Yeah.
COVID-19.
Oh,
Don't
for
bet.
sure. That's a guarantee. I
Can't be
would bet
betting
money
money on
against
this.
that.
Yeah.
Fuck. I forget. Really, my prediction was just going to be someone else's prediction that I was just going to regurgitate, but
Yeah.
it was pretty. I was like, oh shit, real. But I forget what it is. Might have been robot or something.
Robots.
Like or
Robots.
something like that. It was like something
Sounds
that we
appropriate.
should fear. Oh, cannibalism.
Cannibalism. You should definitely fear
Cannibalism. So yeah, not robots, but cannibalism.
Sounds
In
like
2022.
zombies.
Yeah, there was two other
They're gonna
things,
be
and I
like-
forget what they were, but I think
So
cannibalism was
supply
the
chains are gonna break down
worst.
that badly that we're just going to resort to cannibalism.
Yeah, oh for sure.
Toilet paper's
Think
gonna
about
run
it.
out. We're
Yeah,
all just gonna
that's
start
Yeah.
eating
oh,
each
that
other.
could be facts, man.
Oh man, do either of you guys watch Superstore?
I've seen.
Yes, I've seen Super.
Oh.
I've never
Star,
seen
yes.
like any episodes, but I've seen it like
Their
I've
news, their
seen
new season
episodes
is
of it.
like super fucking like about like COVID shit.
Oh yeah.
There's like people like buying all this toilet paper and stuff. They like fight over it. They like
No way.
bring the pallet out of the fucking back door. Like people are like fucking taking it shit. So these fucking two people are like hiding it up in the ceiling and
Yeah,
shit like
yeah.
that. They're like hiding it for themselves so they could have like their own and shit like
Yeah.
that. Like, anyways, it's funny because people are so. I better stop right there.
So we got a question from Zach
Okay.
saying predict 3 artists that are gonna blow up. I guess in 2022 for next year.
Oh,
And I say
jeez.
like, does that mean like Ottawa artists?
I
Or
don't
just,
really
like,
know
artists in
too
general?
many like who's on the come up right now.
Romeo Kai, Romeo Kai, Romeo Kai.
Yeah.
You've been on this kid for a while, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
messaged him one day and he's like, well, I just sort of like, I'm like, no.
Is he like not
And I
rapping?
gave him a little speech. I was like, no, man, like, you got the sound, you got the shit, like, let's get it. Got you.
There's well, I know we already know like fuck, I'm blanking on his name right now. The TikTok guy.
Tiags.
Jugs.
Yeah, that's right.
Tiags blowing up.
Yeah.
2-time seems to be blowing up.
And there's another one too.
Oh,
City
2-time
Fidelia.
would be huge. Oh, City,
Two-time,
City,
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
yeah,
2-time.
City Fidelia, 2-time Romeo Kai.
There you go.
I agree with those.
Yeah, lock it in. Lock it in.
Yeah, final answer.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I like that. I'm sorry if somebody else feels entitled to that.
Hey, just
Now I feel like a dick for saying it that
No,
way,
man,
but I
you're
just
entitled to your
No,
opinion.
it's true,
And if,
yeah.
and if someone feels butthurt about it, they just gotta prove it.
yeah,
Have another drink.
pull your
Maybe-
socks
maybe,
up.
Maybe next year we'll put you on the list.
Yeah, make a fucking clip of this video and show it to me beside your fucking diamond plaque,
Yeah.
and I
We'll change your mind.
I was just gonna say I'll watch. So, I better not make any promises I don't want to fucking do. Gang, gang, baby. All right. So, wait. What's going on here? Which team's gonna win the next F1 season?
Which
You
team's
show.
gonna win next year? You know what? You know what? I'm
Trying to
gonna I'm gonna go with Ferrari.
Fucking right. Always,
Ferrari and stick with Ferrari.
always. I'm going with.
I think it's gonna be pretty
no, they
close
don't
next
even have
year.
a team, do they? Mercedes?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do.
Oh yeah,
Okay, I thought they
Mercedes.
just had motors and cars.
they won the last 8 years in a row.
Okay, all right.
Mercedes.
So that's what I'm going with. That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say, but I thought for some reason I thought that they didn't have a team, like they didn't have a car in the race. They had like other teams. They provided motors for them.
They do that
They
too.
do that too, but yeah, okay. I didn't
Yes.
know. I for some reason I thought they only did that, so I didn't want to say Mercedes and look dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, I go with Mercedes, and not out of
Yeah, it's
any
not a bad choice.
out of any knowledge, except for now you just told me that they won the last
It's a
few
completely
years.
new era next year,
But
though. A bunch of
what I know
regulation
about-
changes and shit.
Oh, true. What I know about Mercedes is
Yeah.
some people go out and buy a brand new fucking Lamborghini with like a V10 in it,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty crazy if you don't know.
Fucking
And
right.
they will go and swap it out for the Mercedes V10,
You're right.
and which means that it's probably better than the other one. And I guess a lot of people do this.
Yeah.
And if you could only imagine the money that you would spend on like paying some dude to swap this motor for you and buying the
Yeah.
motor, and then like probably just like where does the other motor go, right? Like I mean something
Leave it
like
on a
that
hoist
they
in your
would probably
garage.
take it from you and give you
Yeah.
some kind of money for it, but like at the same time either way it's like holy shit, like
I guess there's a lot of trading when it comes to, like, have you ever seen those fucking like trading shows when it comes to like vehicles and shit? And they're like,
the YouTubes.
yeah, or YouTuber, and I think it's
I
like
know a guy
shit.
that fucking does all that shit on his own, like swapping all the motors and shit. He'll buy like some like be like a fucking $13,000 Ferrari or something like that, or
Mhm.
Lamborghini, but it's because it's the motor's blowing, or like there's some fucking problem, or there's some big issue with it,
Right.
and he'll take it and be like, oh, I just fucking put this part on, I already had this part, and he's like, oh, and like this, it wasn't even blown, I just needed this and that, and he's like, oh, look, yeah, he's like, boom, fucking $100,000 car
Yeah.
or whatever, like, yeah.
Yeah, there's like one of those shows. It's like they start with like some fucking like $200 junker and like fix it up
Oh, really?
and like flip it, double their cash, and like they have like an end goal as to what they want. Like
Right.
Oh, they're trying. Oh, that's
it's like
the.
how to turn like $100 into like $100,000.
Right.
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
They'll put $1,000 into a beat up thing.
There's
like,
one
flip it,
show. I
flip it,
forget what it's called. I think it's Counts Customs, maybe, or something. But they're trying to. I forget what they're trying to buy, but there's a certain car that they're trying to buy, and so every time like they do a sale or whatever, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're that much closer to the fucking thing."
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's like same. Yeah. Sick.
Yeah, I'm not even like a car guy, and I just like got into one of those shows. I'm like, it's actually fucking
Oh yeah.
I love cars.
entertaining.
Fucking right. Yeah. No, F1's sick though. Yeah. Bold prediction for sure.
for
Red
who?
Bull.
You?
Red Bull. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ideally, Red Bull, Mercedes, but
Yeah, but isn't Red Bull Ferrari too though?
no. Well, I don't know. Well, Honda actually powered Red Bull this
Oh,
year,
that's right.
and
Actually,
they
no,
won
you
the
told me that.
championship. Well, the drivers' championship this year, they won.
You did tell me that actually.
Yeah. But they're not. They won it, and they're done their contract with Honda, and I don't know who's providing their engine next year.
Mercedes.
That'd be hilarious.
Then we'll both be wrong.
Yeah. That'd be so funny.
You never know.
Yeah.
Shit, man. So, I don't know. Should we fucking
Well, we probably got to get going to other places,
pull
so
this fucking cow in or what?
yeah, we probably should.
Make it happen, cat.
Oh, this is probably the message you were talking about, but he acts like you need to take a drink.
Oh yeah, because we were probably holding our drink for a while at the start.
So I don't know. Here, one sec.
Cheers up.
This will do it. You have one?
You want
Oh,
one?
you got
Oh,
one?
sorry.
I
No,
don't
I
need
don't.
it.
I don't need one. No,
Okay.
I got.
I got
Hey,
a
boys.
bit in here.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
And
Year's.
cheers to everybody out there. You're all fucking crazy. I hope that you guys all have a good New Year. Like tonight, but all next year too.
Yeah.
I hope you get everything you wanted, all the things Jonesy said earlier. And honestly, yeah, no, thanks for tuning in because we're actually going on to our third year, and I definitely see people in the chat here and there where they have been watching this whole fucking time.
The day one.
Oh, Day One's promotions too. Shout out to fucking KG and the gang.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just want to say thanks to everybody tuning in that has tuned in and will tune in. and get us to 1,000
Touche.
subscribers in the new year. And we'll do a
go.
bunch of fucking lives and all this shit. Shout out
More
to
content.
fucking Fraser Homage
Contest winner.
for winning the fucking shit and donating to James's cause.
Pure
Oh, yeah.
Foundation.
But most importantly, cheers to you guys.
Cheers to you, bro.
To you. Another one.
Yeah. Hey,
For we're jolly good fellows.
fellows.
What?
Even like,
Oh,
Do you even get in it?
I don't know. I don't know if I can't even reach that far.
Yeah, no, you don't want to risk it.
okay.
Anyway. Much love to you, boys.
Yeah, do you guys have anything to say? You guys want to tell anybody anything?
Yes, I do.
Okay, oh shit.
Get it?
So it's my mom's birthday tomorrow on
Oh,
January
that's
1st.
right.
And I just received a picture today of her wearing an engagement ring.
No way.
Yeah, so she turns 60, 61, 62.
No way.
Yeah, she just got engaged.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was pretty stoked for her. So congratulations
Yeah.
to my mom.
That's awesome. Congratulations. And happy birthday.
And
Yeah,
happy
exactly.
birthday.
And Merry
yes.
Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Holy shit, all at once.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So
Holy
it's-
shit.
it's pretty great. Like totally unexpected out of the blue. I was
Yeah,
like, holy
no
fuck,
doubt.
that's insane. That's awesome. Hope you guys continue making each other happy for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, that's awesome,
Absolutely,
man.
man. That's great. That's great.
Crazy. You show?
Well, you
You
know,
gotta say?
I wish everybody the best in the new year for sure. And I don't know. Just you know, I want us to shoot in the next year on top of things, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, let's get it.
Gang, gang.
Let's get it.
All right.
2020, new year, man.
Don't drink and drive. Have a good night. Kiss your girlfriend or your boyfriend or fucking maybe suck a dick.
Yeah.
At midnight. And other than that, like I said, be safe. Gang, gang. You already know what it is. I'm Sal's the Prophet.
I'm B Show.
And I'm Jonesy.
Together with the Basement Weirdos, and this is the 4G Audio Podcast, your grandma's favorite podcast. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. See you next year.
Catch y'all next year.
Peace.
Yeah.